Hi everybody, this is DearMamaSal, and I just wanted to let you know that the vlog you're about to hear is about music, but it was before I heard that Prince had died today. So I'm not quite sure whether I had some sort of forewarning that something musical was going to happen. I'd sort of love to think that, but I don't quite know what. But it did seem quite weird that of all the vlogs I've done, I don't think I've ever really, done one quite like this one about music. And then I got to work to find out Prince was dead. Strange. Anyway, hope you enjoy the vlog and understand that I didn't know at the time of actually recording this. Thanks. Well, good morning everybody. This is DearMamaSal on a very pretty Thursday morning. Yay, Thursday. For those of you who don't know, I don't work on Fridays, so Thursday is my Friday, which is why I get so excited about it. It's 13 degrees here in southern British Columbia in Canada, and that would make it about 56 I just saw in American. So a pretty day, cooler than yesterday. It got really hot. We're breaking a lot of heat records at the moment, and one can't help but wonder whether this is global warming showing its face here. The interesting thing about it, though, is that it means that it will be melting the snow much more quickly at a time when we don't need it. And that means we probably will have quite a severe drought. And water rationing is always an issue, even in British Columbia where it rains so much. But it's definitely going to be an issue this year. My feeling is we've already got a wildfire problem, which is surprising at this time of the year, which gives you some idea of just how hot it has been in April. Who knew? So I'm wondering if any of you have practical examples of where climate change is happening in your neck of the woods. How has the weather pattern changed? They are saying, not in my lifetime, but in some lifetimes, that even British Columbia could end up, southern British Columbia could end up almost so dry, which is hard to believe, because if that happens, then I guess a lot of the rainforest the forests of both Washington and British Columbia would be affected. I would, pretty sure, which would be so sad, because I believe what makes our skylines and our vistas so interesting are the incredible forest areas. Hang on a second. Time for a coffee. Now, I heard something yesterday that really made me realize that I'm getting older. I heard that Kenny Rogers is doing his farewell tour. Some things make you feel older, because I realize that I came to Canada 30 years ago, and he was the headliner at the World Fair that we had, and I was sitting in the audience that night. And it was literally the day after I arrived or something like that. It was just amazing. And I can always remember how entertaining his show was. And the reason it was so entertaining is because everybody in the audience, except, I have to admit, some of the men, everybody in the audience knew just about every word of every one of the songs that he sang. And he knew that. He knew that he only recorded songs that everybody would want to sing along to. I really do think that. I think that must have been his sort of making a choice point. You know, well, people want to sing along to this. And whether it was You've Picked a Fine Time to Leave Me, Lucille, or The Gambler, or Islands in the Stream, you know, they were all songs that you sort of, even if you didn't want to, you ended up singing along to. Anyway, so I go to this concert, and he was so funny because he said, you know, he sang one of the well-known songs, I can't remember which one, and just to sort of show willing, and then he said, all right, so here's the new deal. We all know the words to all these songs, and so we're going to have a joint concert together. Well, of course, the audience burst out laughing, and you're thinking, yeah, right. Well, he did. I'm not joking. He started off with Lucille, of course, because that was such a huge hit for him, and one that definitely we all wanted to sing the chorus. If it died, time to leave me, Lucille. Yeah. And so he sang the first verse, and then he got to the chorus and he just raised his eyebrows and put the mic forward, and an audience of however many thousand sang the chorus for him. And then he started to sing the next verse, and we just carried on singing. We know the words, we can carry on. Well, I'm not joking. When it got to the end of whatever the gig was, I think it was an hour or an hour and a half, something like that. But anyway, when we got to the end of it, he made a point that I've heard a couple of people of that popularity say. You know, the amazing thing is, I get paid to have you sing for me. And for which I want to thank you. And then he got really serious about it, and he said, I want to thank you for all the records that you bought and the days that you bought records, and all the DVDs and everything else. Because without that, we would never know the words. And I can't help but thinking that there have been a couple of major artists. As you, for those of you who remember, about a year and a half ago, I went to see Engelbert Humperdinck, who was a big star in my generation. And same thing, the audience knew, as whenever he sang one of his older songs, the audience knew every word, because we grew up with it. And then I can remember no, I can't. Oh, lordy, lordy. I want to say Cat Stevens, but it wasn't. It was in that era, though. Oh, come on, Sal. How famous a guy was he? And is he still? Of course, now I'm just trying to find a song so you can all scream at me. And I can't even think of a song of his. Oh, Lord. Red, Red Wine, which was not one of the top ones, but oh gosh, why can't I remember who sang that? I can hear you all screaming at me. Oh, come on, he had so many hits, Sal, it was ridiculous. Anyway, that guy, he did the same thing. He came, I remember when I went to see him at a live show, and you know, we knew the words to every one of his hits so well. And I see it today, I guess, with Adele. When I watch Adele and she does that. Or, you know, I saw Elton John live, and he knew which ones we all wanted to sing along to, which were most of them. So it made me feel old because I thought about it, and I'm thinking, gosh, we're talking early 70s. And that's 70s and 80s, right? And you just realize how long ago that was. I've just remembered who it was. The guy I was trying to think of. Neil Diamond. It took quite a while to bring that name back. I'm glad I did it within the broadcast though, because I was thinking to myself, well, how can I forget Neil Diamond, really? I mean, how many hits did that man have? Crackling Rosie, you know, I mean, okay, never mind. Okay, couple of questions. I have been trying to do some slightly shorter videos because some people asked for them. But now, of course, I'm getting comments from other people saying I missed the long videos. And I realize now that some of you have a routine that includes my video. I mean, how much of a compliment is that? Thank you so much. And so I was going to say to you, you know, when I retire, this whole video thing is going to change, where I would think that the drive-along videos that we've been doing probably will be far less, and the let's play or experiment type videos will probably be far more. Now, I do realize that I run a risk in that. I run a risk because some of you became very loyal followers because of the drive-along stuff. It's not that I'm not going to do the life lesson type things, because my life will continue, and I will continue to have lessons based on the things that happen in my life. So that's not going to change. Just the difference will be you probably will hear it better. Some of you going, oh, thank goodness for that. And I really must say that I have been very, very impressed with how many of you have struggled along with the car noise all these months and years. Thank you. Now, the other thing that I wanted to know is whether how many mediums do you follow? In other words, I'm trying to work out whether in fact I should be on Snapchat. Now, I can do Snapchat, not necessarily while I'm still working, but I guess I can do it after I retire much more easily. But I wonder how many of you would like that. And if so, I believe I think I already registered myself on there as, guess what, DearMamaSal. So you may want to follow me on that, and then let me know if you would like me to do those little moments, they will probably be I would imagine doing a lot of stuff like I can't believe what I just saw type moments, or that sort of stuff. But I never really did do Periscope to any great degree. In fact, I hardly did it at all, because at the time very few people seemed to want to do it, and I think it's a little bit past now. But I know that Snapchat really is big and still staying big. So what would you like me to see me do on there? Now the other thing is that I noticed, that Twitter actually is, doing more with video as well now. So everybody's trying to take a bite of the apple that is called YouTube. So even though these are shorter videos, how many of you prefer the even shorter ones? Like the 5-minute ones. Now the reason I need your input on this is because I need to know for my strategy. Sounds like such an important word, doesn't it? But I like to think about what it is I'm going to do and what it is that you would want me to do. Now I know you guys always like it when I travel, so I understand that I'm going to be doing a bit more of that sort of stuff. And definitely I can see that a lot of you want to see me experiment with stuff. Now it was so funny because yesterday I put up a quick video on Facebook about something that looked really cute, and it was like little baby pot pies in a wide-mouthed mason jar. Now what I liked about that was it really was a case of portion control, and it just looked so cute, and I could imagine coming home from work and just grabbing one of those and warming it up. What I did was I said, how many of you have tried this, and how many of you want to see me try it? And I was quite amazed that people actually wrote back and said, please do the video. And I'm going, you've just seen a perfect video. Do you really want to see me mess this up? Apparently, yes. And so again, I would ask, is it because I mess it up that you enjoy it? Or is it because I amuse myself so much by doing these things? By the way, keep your fingers crossed that you actually get this vlog. And if you do, be very grateful. For some reason last night, my headphones decided not to function. After I finished the vlog, thank goodness. I couldn't get them to work. And then I couldn't even get my earbuds to work properly either. So it's just like, really? So I'm praying that by tonight, whatever snit my computer is having will be over. I tried it again this morning and it didn't work. You know me, I get frustrated enough, I end up buying another computer. Oh, this doesn't work. Maybe I have to have another one. All right, so everybody, I'm getting older, but I found out it's only about 98 days. Somebody suggested this, by the way. Whoever you are, remind me in the comments. Somebody said to me, when are you going to start the countdown to retirement? And I went, wow, that's a good point. So I checked it last night, and I think it's 98 days. That's not very many, is it? That's like one season. So my question to you all that actually listen to this one is this today, which is, of all the performers that you listened to when you were growing up, which one was your favorite? Which one was your favorite artist and or band? Or each? You know, you can give me a couple. What the heck? I'm generous. This is Dear Mama Sal saying, sometimes getting older is fun. Bye-bye for now.